Type of sentences based on function. Let me clarify that there are type of sentences based on structure as well. In the previous lessons, we have learned about type of sentences based on structure. So in today's class, we're going to explore type of sentences based on function. When I use the word function, it means purpose or grammatical function. So let's start. The first type of sentence we're going to start with is declarative or assertive sentence. As the title suggests, what is declaration? When you say something, when you make a statement, you declare it, right? You are saying something. So let's look at the brief definition of what is a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence makes a statement. What a declarative or assertive sentence makes? It makes a statement. It means that simply you are saying something. Secondly, you need to remember that a declarative or an assertive sentence ends with a period or a full stop. Two things are very important regarding assertive or declarative sentence: that it makes a statement. Secondly, it ends with a full stop, with a period. Let's look at some of the example sentences. I have a dog. When I say I have a dog, I am making a statement that I have a dog. He is my friend. He is my friend is also a declarative or an assertive sentence. They are playing football. Now, in all the three sentences, what we see that there is a statement being made, and all the sentences conclude a period or a full stop, right? So this is the first type of sentence. A declarative sentence is the same as well as an assertive sentence. The titles are different, but the purpose, the function is similar. So in English, sometimes it's named as declarative sentence, sometimes it's named as assertive sentence. All right, now let me move to the second type of sentence is negative sentence. Let me clarify. Some of the students mispronounce it, saying that negative sentence. It's not negative, it is negative sentence. Now, a negative sentence negates. The word negates means saying no to something, refusing something, right? So negative sentence is the opposite of positive sentence. So, as I suggested, in a negative sentence, you will come across some no in a sentence. There is something that is saying no, right? So, for example, we will consider the example we have mentioned earlier. I have a dog is a positive sentence. In order to make it a negative sentence, we are supposed to use not somewhere in the sentence, and preferably after the helping verb. I don't have a dog. I'm saying no, I don't have a dog. So it's simply a negative sentence where I negate, where I respond in negative, saying that no, I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog is a negative sentence. He is my friend is a positive sentence. Let me convert it into a negative sentence. Simply, where there is an helping verb in a sentence, we're supposed to use not after it. So, he isn't my friend. Now, this isn't is simply is and not, all right? So, it becomes isn't. He isn't my friend. And then they are playing football is a positive sentence. Let me convert it into a negative sentence. They aren't playing football. Now, this aren't is are not, and this is the contracted form. Is not is isn't, and do not is don't. So remember that a negative sentence says no to something, all right, it refuses the statement, right, you're supposed to use not in the sentence. If there is an helping verb in the sentence, you should use not right after the helping verb. For example, is not, are not, do not, does not, have not, has not, was not, were not. Okay, now moving to the third type of sentence, that is the interrogative sentence. Not interrogative, that is the wrong pronunciation, it's an interrogative sentence. Now, an interrogative sentence asks a question and it is punctuated at the end with a question mark. Two things you need to remember. An interrogative sentence asks a direct question and it is punctuated with at the end with a question mark. So the sign of question mark is mandatory by the end of the sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question, and you could also name it a questioning sentence or a question sentence. Now let's look at the examples we have been discussing. I have a dog, positive sentence, declarative. I don't have a dog, negative sentence. Now, in order to make it an interrogative sentence, you're supposed to drag the helping verb in the beginning. If there is an helping verb in the sentence, welcome, put it in the beginning of the sentence, it will make it an interrogative sentence. Let's try. For example, I have a dog is a positive sentence. I don't have a dog is negative. Now, in order to convert it into interrogative sentence, simply drag the helping verb in the beginning. Have I a dog? Is he my friend? They are playing football. Are they playing football? So simply what has been done? That the helping verb you need to put in the beginning and it will convert it into a question. And remember, each of the sentence concludes at a question mark. All right. So in case there is no helping verb in the sentence, you need to rely on the tense. If the sentence is in the present tense, you are expected to use do and does. All right. As far as does is required, you could use it with he, she, and it plus names. If the sentence is in the past, you're supposed to use did. So the opposite of did is did not, the opposite of do is don't, and the opposite of does is doesn't, right? So now let me move to the fourth type of sentence I have listed here, intro-negative sentence. Now, it is a subtype of interrogative sentence. We have talked about interrogative sentence, that a sentence which asks a question is interrogative sentence. Now, an interrogative sentence is a subtype of interrogative sentence, right? It is used for confirmation of a response. Now, let me share an example and you should check how it sounds in your mind. Have I not a dog? Now, this type of question, it is a question, but at the same time, it is negative as well. For example, have I not a dog? When you are using an intro-negative sentence, your job, your purpose is asking for confirmation. For example, if you are telling your friend, have I not a dog? It means that you want the answer in affirmative. You are making the confirmation that yes, I have a dog. Have I not a dog? Is he not my friend? Are they not playing football? Now, this type of sentence simply asks a question, all right, and it's negative as well. And why we're using the intro-negative sentences, as I mentioned, to for confirmation of a response. For example, uh, Are they not playing football? For example, the person, whoever asks, are they not playing football, wants to make the confirmation whether they are playing football or not, right? Now, let me move to the fifth type of sentence I have listed here, imperative sentences. Imperative sentences. Now, an imperative sentence expresses a command, an order, or a request. Let me repeat. An imperative sentence deals with giving a command, an order, or a request. What is command? What is request? You know better. Now, let's look at some of the example I've listed here. Get out of my room. How it sounds? Of course, it's an order. Stop talking foolishly. Again, what is this? This is an order. Bring me a glass of water. Again, this is an order. Please help me solve this question. Now it's a request. Mind your business. It's again what? A command, right? So these sort of sentences are examples of imperative sentence, and an imperative sentence expresses a command, order, or request. Got it? And usually the imperative sentence start with a verb like get, stop, bring, help, and so. Let's move to the sixth type of sentence I have listed here, the exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence. You might remember a sign of exclamation back in punctuation. If not, let me remind. Exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses a sudden emotion. What it does? An exclamatory sentence expresses a sudden emotion, feelings, or emotions, right? For example, you've come across a person, a strange person, and with the first look, you see that the person has really big nose. So you will say, "What a big nose you have." And remember that an exclamatory sentence concludes with the sign of exclamation. All right? And that's important that you should put the sign of exclamation by the end of the sentence. Let me give you another example. What a lovely... there is something wrong here. Let me rectify it. What a lovely day it is. All right, let's say that one fine morning, you get out and you've just removed the curtain and you look outside that it's really a lovely weather, and you say, "Wow, what a lovely day it is," right? So now these two sentences are example of exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence brings or expresses what? Emotions and feelings. What are emotions and feelings? Feeling of happiness, sadness, joy, anything. Now, the seventh type of sentence I've listed here is the optative sentence. Now, an optative sentence expresses wishes or hope. Let me repeat. An optative sentence expresses wishes or hope. For example, this is a very common type of sentence we've been using in real form of language in daily practices. For example, your parents may say, "May you live a long and happy life." Now, this is example of what? Wish. Your parents are suggesting their wish for you, saying that you should live a long and happy life. Second example, God bless you. Also, this is what? Wish. May you succeed in exam. So this can be a wish, this can be a hope, right? So that is all about today's lesson. Let me take a quick review. We have talked about type of sentences. We started with a declarative or an assertive sentence, which makes a statement, and it's conclude with a full stop. And then we talked about the negative sentence, which brings no somewhere in the sentence. It negates, it refuses the statement, I have a dog, I don't have a dog, and so. And then we talked about the interrogative sentence. It's also named as a question sentence, where you ask a question, and an interrogative sentence concludes with a question mark. And then we talked about the intro-negative sentence or negative interrogative sentence. It is a subtype of interrogative sentence where you're asking a question as well as there is a negative response in it. And these sort of sentences are used for confirmation, right? And then, for example, if someone is your friend, you may ask him saying that, am I not your friend? So you want the confirmation that the response that let your friend say that, yes, indeed, you are my friend. Then we've talked about the imperative sentence, which expresses command, request, or order, right? And then the second last exclamatory sentence, which deals with emotions and feelings. And then the last one we have talked about is the optative sentence, where it deals with wishes or hope, right? There is one more type of sentence I haven't listed here, and that is simply the affirmative sentence. The affirmative sentence is also called the positive sentence, right? Now that's your job. Learn more about it. And of course, for this particular lesson, I will be coming up with a worksheet and some follow-up exercises for you.